So this is my demo day one presentation on female-owned businesses, influencers, and entrepreneurs on social media. So the concept behind my thesis is to look at how females handle social media. Since the rise of social media and digital marketing, female influencers and entrepreneurs have dominated social media. We see that through different types of influencers. There's the mega influencer, the micro, the macros, and there's various platforms for fame and exposure. Ever since we first started on social media about 10 or so years ago, there's been a constant rise in different accounts, different ways of sharing content, and endless amounts of content for celebrities, influencers, and brands to post on tons of different platforms. So the goal for my thesis is to observe, track, and understand why female business owners, entrepreneurs, and influencers are so good at what they do. And from this, I want to educate others on how to do the same if their goal is to be as successful as those that are now. So this is necessary because I want this type of research thesis paper to almost serve as a case study for females entrepreneurs who are looking to start their brand and expand on social media. From this case study, it will be able to teach people what to do and what not to do on social media. It monitors interaction and engagement with brands and followers. It suggests different marketing tactics, compares successful campaigns to unsuccessful ones, and educates people on how to address social, political, and environmental issues through expression on social media. So far, I have done about 5 different aspects of research. At the beginning, I looked at basic information and research on women in social media research usage and gathered some background information on what the trends have been so far. I conducted 2 first-round interviews with a business student and a communication student who are super passionate about social media to get their input on what social media today is like. I've been tracking 5 brands on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook to monitor success, engagement, and interaction. And I have so far done 2 surveys, one that was sent out to 100 people and another that's been sent out to 20-ish people that ask more in-depth questions on campaigns and influencers. So for my 2 interview subjects, I wanted to look at 2 people with strong backgrounds so that I could have some educated precursor information before I really dove into the project. I took away 3 major lessons from these interviews. And the first is that social media is a way for people to brand themselves. It used to be that social media was a way that we would post pictures of family and friends and update on what we were doing. But now it's really everyone's personal portfolio on how they express themselves. And another thing I took away from these interviews is that social media really influences attitude and buying. So in that first initial survey that I mentioned, I just wanted to get a general idea of how teens and 20-year-olds today use social media. I just really wanted to reemphasize and stress the importance of social media marketing and how many hours and days a week that people my age and people younger and even older than me spend on social media. So you can see from these findings, over 98% of respondents check social media almost every single day of the week. And that says a lot when compared to watching TV or things like that. Social media is a constant. And a lot of users have 3 to 5 or 5+ social media accounts. So it's not just a one version way of marketing, it's a multi-platform way of marketing. These are some other findings that I found as well. 90% of people think that social media influences purchasing decisions, and a lot believe that they are on social media for more than 3 hours a day. So going back to the brands that I mentioned, I'm looking into 5 different females with powerful entrepreneurial brands. There's Emily Weiss for Glossier, Ariel Charnas for Something Navy, Danielle Bernstein for We Were What, Lindsay Metzlar for We Met at Acme, and Casey Ho for Blogilates. Glossier is a skincare and beauty company. Something Navy and We Were What are both influencers turned fashion designers. Lindsay Metzlar is a relationships and dating advice podcaster, and Casey Ho is a fitness and wellness expert. So what I'm currently observing, every week I track Monday through Friday posts and kind of engagement on these platforms. I look at how many posts and stories are posted per day at specific times, how many comments they receive, how many likes they receive, what type of content they're posting, if it's videos, pictures, slides, both. And I've recently been starting to focus on engagement and interaction. Are there captions encouraging people to participate? Are stories interactive with polls and questions and asks and things like that? And I'm also looking into partnerships, ad, and sponsors. So as I wrap up this, I still have a few more weeks of observations, but I'm really going to focus on overall likes and comments that each post kind of gets, how brands deal with issues, problems, or negative comments in their comment section, and how they're taking political and social stances during such a specific time in an election period, precisely. This week, I sent out a second, more specific survey about social media opinions on campaigns, accounts, and current events. Just 4 examples of the questions that were part of this survey was, what is your opinion on brands, celebrities, influencers speaking their minds on social media about current events and issues? Do you follow any accounts that are mostly intended for female audiences? If so, what are they? How do you think women use social media different from men? Would you unfollow an account or a brand for sharing their opinions on social media? I have a couple more questions after this, and they're designed to really get people talking about their opinions on social media today. Since I sent out the survey this week, I've only gotten a few response, but one common trend that I'm observing is that people feel very strongly about political presence on social media, especially with everything that happened over the summer with the Black Lives Matter movement. People really feel one way or the other. It was interesting seeing how people now are following more educational or independent accounts that educate them on issues, political issues, civil rights issues, just because of all of that stuff that has happened over the summer. So these are the wireframes and the visuals that I have so far. Because this is a research paper, as you can see on the left, my thesis style case analysis is going to be more of a traditional written paper with just a ton of graphics, infographics, charts, and survey responses like you can see on the right. And these are the 3, these are just 3 of the questions that I asked in the initial response survey that had 96 respondents. And I just wanted to stress how so many people are on different platforms, they dedicate many hours, and they use it for many different reasons. So over the next couple of weeks, I'm looking to gather more survey responses. I'm going to continuing to research these brands, and I'm also going to research and provide strong backgrounds with a background story on each brand so that my readers can understand the success of the 5 brands I chose. I'm going to interview people who have a strong background in social media, whether it be a job in social media, internships in social media, a role at school with social media, or something like that. And then I am also going to attempt to reach out to any type of worker or intern that partners with the brands that I'm observing to see if I can get any insight on them. I'm not sure if this will be successful, but I might as well try. So that is the end of my project, and let me know what you think. Thank you.